Hello there and welcome back to Murders on the Yangtze River. Now, last time we managed to actually solve the woman in the wardrobe case. Turns out I picked the wrong weapon and it was an instant fail if I guessed that one wrong. Managed to find the right weapon though, and it was the Officer Mars wrist guard. Now it turns out that he deleted her, the lady in the wardrobe. I've forgotten her name. I apologise, I've forgotten her name. He took her out because she was threatening to out the author, Lope, because he was using some of his nephew's ideas in his novels and not crediting him. If you're going to use someone's ideas, at least credit them. So, especially in creative stuff. So basically, Officer Ma took her out at roughly at the same time that Longpeng, Shen, I can't remember again. The nephew, he was taking out his uncle. Officer Ma was taking out the lady. They weren't really connected. Weren't like directly connected, but they were connected overall. So yeah, that happened. So after we finished that case, Officer Ma was arrested, and we ended up leaving town on our lovely boat, this one up here. And while we were on our trip to the steelworks, which is where we are now, we're actually at a steelworks, going to start a new case. So while we're on the trip there, we actually got some Shen lore, our main character's lore, and a little bit of backstory about his brother's case, the one that we're trying to solve. In the overall arch, we're trying to solve that one. That's why he's traveling, trying to find out following clues as to who did it and just how it could be done. So anyway, Shenlo, obviously we were in London, transported back in time to London, and him starting to investigate his brother's deletion. He was dead in a weird position. He was kind of like arched over, like he died in a lot of pain, and there was it was a locked room, classed as a locked room murder. It was interesting. I don't quite know why and how he died. However, that's ultimately the case that we're looking for. So after we've had a good old poke around there, got some clues, got a good bit of backstory, and we've jumped back to present day, where we've just arrived at a steelworks because someone has, in the cutscene, someone fell into one of the steel vats, the molten steel vats, which is a bit of a problem. That's a little bit of a problem. So that's where we're going to pick up this week. We're going to be starting our new case. I have no idea what to expect, but I am enjoying the game so far. It's very reminiscent. It has a bit of nostalgia, even though it's a new game, like a modern game. It does have a bit of like Phoenix Wright nostalgia, and I'm here for that. I like it. So that being said, please grab your favorite drinks and snacks, curl up somewhere comfortable, come hang out with me as we jump straight into Murders in the Yangtze River. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Right. So here we are, just outside the steelworks, and it's crazy to think this the amount of industrial in China as well. Right, it's crazy. Like this time of year, this time of the history, mad. Right, so we are here to investigate the haunted furnace. You two gentlemen must be the detectives Shipmaster Lowe recommended. I am Lee. Lee I? Okay. I thought I was going to say I am Lee. I'm the deputy administrator. It might be. It could actually just be called Lee I. I don't know. We're going to read it like that. I am Lee I, the deputy administrator of the Hanyang Ironworks. I'm Shen Chungping. This is my assistant to Fu. Please tell me the course of events of this incident, Your Honor. It is Lee I. Okay. This morning, Foreman Ting accidentally fell into the ladle and caused an explosion. That was quite an... That sounds like an accident. Was something wrong? When Foreman Ting fell into the ladle, 2 workers witnessed the entire process. They both claimed that Foreman Ting appeared out of thin air at the 2nd floor furnace area.
Huh?
Appeared out of thin air? That's right. No one saw him go up, but in the blink of an eye, he was just standing there. It caused mass panic because rumours of ghosts are beginning to spread amongst the workers. That is indeed particularly odd. The situation is getting out of control. Any more delay could cause more troubles to arise. I hope you can uncover the truth today so that we can calm the workers and resume production. Don't worry, leave it to us. Mr. Deputy Administrator, Shen is a professional. Thank you for your troubles. I still have matters to attend to, so please excuse me.
Huh?
Okay, see you later then. Huh. I didn't ask him what the exact rumours were yet. We should go to the site of the incident first to take a look. Okay, I guess we're going in. Molten steel's flowing out from the outlet. What a grand sight. I think Afu's going to be in his element in here. Right, so first things first, we've got one of these. What's this? Victim appeared out of thin air. No one saw him go up to the 2nd floor furnace area, but he appeared instantly. The Deputy Administrator claimed that workers saw Ting appear suddenly on the 2nd floor. Then, in front of witnesses, he fell from the 2nd floor furnace area into the ladle. The Deputy Administrator claimed that workers saw Ting appear suddenly on the 2nd. Okay. That seemed like a repeat. Right. Let's head to... Oh, hello. Annie Vu, what are you doing here? Annie! You're here as well? The officials said that something terrible happened here and asked me to come examine the body. I rushed over here the second I arrived. I haven't even had the time to eat lunch yet. But, Auntie, can you still examine the body after it fell into a furnace? What's there to examine? He's all ashes now. I don't have any godlike ability to help me distinguish a corpse from slag. Yeah, even if Auntie was the reincarnation of Song Chi, it's still impossible. At least you get the point, unlike them. So it seems like you two are overseeing this matter as well. That is correct, Auntie Vu. Do you have any information on this case? The deceased is called Ting Te Feng. He was only 45 years old and the foreman in the factory floor. There are lots of rumours about the cause of his incident, but most of them can't be taken seriously. Auntie, have you heard the rumours too? Come on, tell me. You little rascal, why are you always so interested in chasing shadows? Without an autopsy, it'll be even more difficult to uncover the truth.
Huh?
You're right, Auntie. You fell from the 2nd floor, so you should go there. No need to waste your time here. Thank you, Auntie Vu. May as well have a look at stuff on the way past. Auntie Vu, is the corpse mixed with the slag? Still thinking about an autopsy? If you could separate them, I'll examine the body for you. It seems we will not be able to obtain any clues from the corpse this time, which is a bit unfortunate. Maybe on purpose. Barrier. We need to head up to the 2nd floor because that's where he fell in, and obviously that's where he ended up, down in this one. Why is this area blocked off by ropes? Someone is protecting the scene by using the ropes as a boundary line. Such a careful and professional arrangement must have been the work of Auntie Vu. Stop licking my boots. It was already like this when I got here. Huh? Who could it have been? Ladle number 2. This is ladle number 2. The ladle that the foreman fell into. The ladles are 2 meters tall and can hold 30 tons of molten steel at a time. I don't know how that's going to come into play. Shen, we'll reach the site of the incident when we go up from here. Hopefully all crucial evidence will still be there. Let's go up the second floor platform. Fu, what's the matter? Look, there's scorch marks all over the stairs. The explosion was caused by the incident. Even the stairs were affected. The splash range of the explosion must have been quite wide. This means that no one could approach these stairs for quite a while, even after the explosion. Can we go up the second floor platform? Can we go up there? Yes, we can. Okay. I thought we just had to talk about it. Furnace charging area. Ironworks first floor. Let's have a look at the lever. We're going to look over here and then we're going to go around. I'm assuming we're going to go around the back side. Afu, is this lever used to open the molten steel outlet? That's right. This is a very thoughtful design. How is that so? Look, this lever is really long. You have to stand here to open the outlet shutter. Minimize the risk of burns because the further away you are, if anything like splashes, it's going to come here. Only if you're standing right here, then you're going to be far enough away. Is it designed this way to prevent the workers from getting burned? Absolutely, that's right. The molten steel in the furnace can reach a temperature of a staggering 1600 degrees. Once the shutter's opened, the temperature close by rises rapidly. It's much safer to open the furnace from such a distance. Okay, I guess we're just jumping across. Molten steel outlet number 2. This is where Foreman Ting's falling incident took place. You were able to see the workers in the opposite metal casting area from here. You can also see the ladle directly below. It's ginormous, like a well. When the incident happened, the well was filled with red-hot molten steel.
Huh?
It sure looks like the entrance to hell. No, this is the entrance leading to the truth. Shen, let's begin investigating. Well, I can see something immediately. Shen, this is the molten steel basin. Once the shutter is open, molten steel at 1600 degrees flows through here into the ladle. When that happens, the temperature close by will be extremely hot. That one right there. Shen, there's some greyish white powder underneath the railing. I'm not doing the sniffing sounds. Upon closer examination, these are small particles that have lingering pungent smell. Greyish white powder. I wonder what kind of powder that was. Is that what caused the explosion? Because I don't know anything about a body falling into lava, into molten steel to causing it like an explosion. Afu, do you know what this is? I wonder if there was something like on him that reacted with the thing, like phosphorus or something like that. I can't think of anything right now, but this must be a residue of something that was burnt. What we're looking at. Here's one after that. This is the ladle that Foreman Ting fell into. It's now empty. Huh. Where'd the molten steel go? Perhaps the workers may know something about this. So we've got two. There are scorch marks all over the railings. Foam and things fall, cause an explosion. Afu, although quite a few people have mentioned the sound of an explosion on site, could it be possible that the explosion occurred first, then Ting fell into the molten steel after? The human body contains a lot of water. Sorry, I really didn't realize that switched to Afu there. When water meets molten steel, it will vaporize and its volume will expand 1,000 times. So if a person were to fall into molten steel, it's bound to cause an explosion. Then, if the explosion occurred first and Ting fell after, there would have been 2 explosions. However, the workers only saw 1 explosion. It must have been caused by Ting's fall. 100% correct. I didn't know that about the body and steel, like that temperature. I didn't realize it evaporated all the water inside your body and there was a explosion. That's kind of crazy. No railing. God, the railing's gone. The section of the railing next to the molten steel outlet is missing. You're right. Judging from the structure, there should be a movable crossbar here. This design makes it more convenient to clean the molten steel outlet. But where did the crossbar go? Could it be that it fell into the ladle? This detail is quite suspicious. It is actually very suspicious, because if the railing wasn't there, then why? Who took the railing to stop people falling in?
Huh?
Shen, could it be that someone orchestrated this accident? You mean someone deliberately loosened the railing? When Foreman Ting leaned upon it, the railing came off and it fell into the ladle along with him? Or it was just taken? Exactly. That does seem practicable, however. How did that person convince Ting to lean against the railing after the shutter was opened?
Huh?
Yes, when the shutter was open, the area nearby was very hot. The railings were scalding too. No hurry to conclude. We should investigate all the places that can be looked into first. Okay, so can we go... Are we done around this side? We can go to the charging area from here. And that's obviously that's the other one. That's on the other side. Shen, be careful of the molten steel up ahead. I'm unable to get any closer due to the heat. Low railing. Shen, the railings on both sides of the outlet 1 are movable. It has the same design as outlet 2. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to look like. There is one on that side, but there is the one on this side's gone. Okay, so it didn't go all the way across. Alright. I was wondering if the bar went all the way across. Never mind. Right, let's go to the charging area. Shen, this is the charging area behind the furnaces. The workers working here should probably know something, right? Reach in high. Let's look at the charging machine. Again, we're just going to go from left to right as best we can. I finally get to see an auto loader with my own eyes. So this is what the structure of a crown block is like. He's in his element in here. That's kind of cool. If we go further, would we be able to go around the left side of the furnace number 1? Molten steel's coming out from there and it's scalding hot. We better not go over there. Okay, so we're not going across. Let's talk to you. Hi, Li Chen? Hi. Mister, I am Shen Chung Ping. I was entrusted to investigate Foreman Ting's falling incident. Could I have a moment of your time? Don't call me mister. I ain't used to that. I'm just a furnace charger. The name's Lee Chen-hai. You can call me Old Lee. I realise I'm using British accents for these Chinese people, but I'm not doing no Chinese accent. I can't do a Chinese accent that does not sound incredibly offensive, and I just ain't doing that. So we're getting English voices. Right, about Old Lee. Mr. Old Lee, what are you mainly responsible for? I'm responsible for charging the furnace. I'm also in charge for opening and closing the outlet. Does charging the furnace mean to add fuel to the furnace? Not fuel, but bulk materials. We're getting some proper science in here. That's kind of cool. So you put all of that in. Am I getting this right? You've got the blast furnace, which melts the iron, which then makes molten iron, and that's poured into the metal mixer. And then you get all this stuff: fluorite, limestone, iron ore, steel scrap, manganese ore, silica sand, all go into the steel barrel and the open hearth furnace. And then aluminium granules added in. Oh wait, it's going that way. Obviously the molten iron gets poured into the metal mixer, and then that gets poured into the open hearth furnace. And then those are added. That's it. Those are added, and those go into the steel barrel. Aluminium granules are added in, and then you get two products: slag and steel ingots. And those go to the rolling mill to make plates or sheets or whatever it is. That's got to be the bulk material that you're talking about. Sorry, distraction. I like this kind of stuff. It's interesting. If you want the steel to be at high purity, you need to add bulk material in every now and again. Are there any other workers on the second floor platform? There are a few helpers, but last night was just a trial production. I didn't ask them to come. It takes 4 hours to purify steel in the furnace, so it's enough for me to handle alone. You don't look so well, Old Lee. Haven't you rested? I just pulled an all-nighter and was going to rest today, but then the incident happened. Those punks don't have the guts to work, so they're just grabbing onto me and draining me dry. Once Shen gets to the bottom of this, you'll be able to take a break. Take a break? That's just like looking forward to seeing the moon on New Year's Eve. Don't count on it. Ask all you want, gives me time to rest a bit. Right, about the victim. What kind of person was Foreman Ting? He's a stubborn one. One-track-minded guy who's not so popular. He's so obsessed with steel technology that he'd even forget to pay our wages. Ever since he started worshipping the gods, he became even less human. Even provoked.
What?
Provoked what? Never mind. There's no point talking about this since he's already dead. Ask all you want, give me time to rest a bit. Okay, about the worshipping. Old Lee, please tell us more about the Foreman worshipping gods. We need to have a comprehensive understanding of him. You also think his death is related to that statue? What statue? Statue? What statue? He must have been possessed to provoke that sort of thing. They all say it's easy to invite a god, but hard to send one away. If you neglect them, you could be possessed by an evil spirit, or worse, you may get killed.
What?
That sounds very superstitious. Old Lee, you still haven't told us what Foreman Ting was worshipping though. No, I just can't, it's unspeakable. I advise you both stay far away from the shrine in the office. Shrine in the office? I don't mind if I do. Let's go see the shrine in the office. That can't end badly at all. Right, about the incident. Last question, but for now. Were you working here when the incident occurred? I've been busy working here since last night. After pulling an all-nighter, the molten steel in furnace number 1 was finally ready. Once the ladle was filled, checked the quality of the molten steel and closed outlet number 1. After that, came back and started the autoloader and started preparing for the next batch. I was shoveling materials into furnace 1 and suddenly heard a boom. Saw furnace 2 emitting smoke. Molten steel splashed everywhere, and the railings on fire. Thought it was a furnace explosion, but it wasn't. Someone opened the outlet in advance. How could you be so sure that someone else had opened it? Lever was in the buckle, so someone must have done it. Is it possible that you opened it yourself but then forgot about it? No way. I'm going to open the furnace number 2 after I just finished working on furnace 1. After I finish work on furnace 1, it takes an hour to begin work on furnace 2. Is this why you think Foreman Ting pulled the lever himself? I don't know, it could only have been him, right? Throughout this process, did you see Foreman Ting? Nope, didn't see him at all. Actually, I only knew what happened after I heard Old Chow and the others talking about the incident. Who was that lady as well? Wasn't Old Chow the one of the workers who witnessed the incident? Yeah, I heard him say that Ting appeared next to the molten steel outlet out of thin air. Everyone's guessing it was the 5 ghosts teleportation magic. Is that a thing? I would like 5 ghost teleportation magic. That'll make like moving around the country very easily. But moving around in general very easy. 5 ghosts teleport to Aldi. There you go, shopping done. All in all, it's strange business, I tell you. Ask all you want, gives me time to rest a bit. I have no more questions right now. And while we're on the go, let's have a quick check of this. The victim appeared out of thin air. Shen, Audley said he didn't see Ting. Could it be that Foreman Ting was deliberately avoiding him? That is possible. Even so, why would Foreman Ting do that? We know very little about the deceased at the moment, so it's too soon to judge. We also cannot rule out the possibility that Audley is withholding information from us. Shen, let's go and interview the workers in the ironworks. That sounds like a plan. And we need to check out the eerie statues as well. Audley said the Foreman Ting's death is related to the shrine in the office. Wonder what the shrine actually looks like. We will know once we go to the office and see for ourselves. Alright, so first things first, conveyor door.
Huh?
Why is this door locked? That door's for the transportation of minerals. An elevator's on the other side. This door's usually locked and only opens when we're transporting minerals. When was the last time minerals were transported up here? Let me think. Would have been 2 days ago. Interesting. So I don't think you can proceed. Second floor platform. Can we? I'm going to go right. I'm going to have a look because we can get back to the front side from the far end here as well. Is this fuel that's piled up here? This is bulk material, mostly lime and fluorite and the salt. So you need lime to make steel. Yep, bulk materials are used to separate impurities from the molten steel. We're learning stuff. What's under the top? What's under that? I'm curious. Are we going to pull it off? Huh. How come there's a big sheet of tarpaulin here? Go on, Afu, pull it off. Oh. Steel scraps. I thought it was wood there for a second, but it's steel scraps. So they kept steel scraps prepared for smelting piled underneath here. It's well protected. Can steel scrap be used as raw material? These steel scraps are already quite rusty. That's the advantage of the open hearth process. Steel scraps can be used as raw materials. So basically recycling your waste off the steel sheets or whatever it is you're making gets brought back here and then added into the new batch of steel. That's kind of cool. Right, proceed to second floor platform. We're going to come out on the far end, this one right here. Let's head down. We're done up here for now. Can't talk to them. People are getting paid. Is it payday? I can't move right now. After something like this, our wages being paid early. Supervisor, oh, how about... woo, keep your mouth shut. Just take the money and go. Paid early as compensation for seeing someone get deleted. I don't know if that's good or bad. Is that a good or a bad thing? I don't think I've seen this young man before. We're not here to get paid. We're here to investigate the case. Ho Hu Sheng. Hu Heng. Ho Hu Sheng. I might have actually pronounced that one correctly. Apologies if I do butcher these names, but I think that was correct. This is Mr. Shen and his assistant Fu. They're here to investigate the matter of Foreman Ting's falling incident. I see. It's a pleasure to meet you. I almost forgot this important matter. Ho Hu Sheng, Shu Heng. I've forgotten how I pronounce it before. We're just gonna roll with it. Ho, please make a deposit for Mr. Shen. Your Honor, I cannot accept this for nothing. Mr. Shen, I will reward you properly after you find out what exactly happened. That is correct. That's fine. Just we don't want to be paid up before, because in case we have to leave and not, solve the crime. You need not refuse, Mr. Shen. The sooner everything's clear, the less damage the ironworks will have to sustain. Shen, it seems that if we don't accept the money, Mr. Deputy Administrator can't be at ease. All right. Paid in advance. Silver coins. Deputy Administrator Lee insisted on giving us coins engraved with the Guangzhou period silver coins made in... And it just cut off. Alright, never mind. Let's have a chat with you anyway. You have anything to ask me? Gladly tell you everything I know. Right, about Supervisor Ho. What are your duties, Mr. Ho? I'm the supervisor of funds. All things related to money here fall under my responsibility, such as bookkeeping, managing bills, as well as the purchasing of goods and materials. And paying wages? You're a smart cookie, young boy, but I'm not the only one who's in charge. I'm not the one who's in charge of paying the wages. Usually the workers' wages are paid by the foreman directly, but that's why I'm doing it. I just heard from the workers that the wages for this month are being paid earlier than usual. Indeed, Mr. Lee has instructed me to do so, hoping that this will calm everyone down. You two probably don't know what the Siemens Martin furnace in this incident was very expensive. That is it. Did I say what there? That. After the incident, people on the factory floor were terrified, causing production to stagnate. For each day the furnace is not in operation, thousands of silver coins will be lost. No wonder Mr. Deputy Administrator seems so anxious. If you have anything to ask me, gladly tell you everything I know. about the foreman himself. Do you know about the foreman? How was your relationship with Foreman Ting, Mr. Ho? My daily work intersected with Foreman Ting, so I guess we were quite familiar. What kind of person was Foreman Ting? He treated people a bit harshly, but so he was not very popular among the workers. However, I know that he was just too obsessed with studying metallurgy. Obsessed with what he loved? Totally get him. I heard that he had been a habit of worshipping a statue. Do you know when it started, Mr. Ho? If you're asking about the statue, it's a long story. The quality of our steel products was not stable, so we didn't have a steady flow of funds. Mr. Sheng imported a German Siemens Martin furnace and ordered Mr. Lee to improve quality. We thought the problem would be solved, but our steel rails still have quality defects. Mr. Lee placed the burden on the foreman Ting. Ting made a pledge, promising he would get the job done. So that's when Foreman Ting began worshipping the gods. That statue was originally acquired by Mr. Lee. It was meant to be a symbol of luck. Who would have thought that Foreman Ting would become obsessed with worshipping the gods? He often crawls himself off inside the office all day long. He became unusually thin and pale with a withered face, and he kept on mumbling strange things. What did he say? I don't quite remember. Something about Chinese teachings and Western teachings. Chinese traditional values for foundation, Western ideology for practical use. That's it. He said to make steel in Hanyang, do as the ancient Hanyangers do. But I don't get that at all. I regret that I haven't paid more attention, otherwise none of this would have... If you have anything to ask me, I'll gladly tell you everything I know. Would you like to know more? Were you present when the incident occurred, Mr. Ho? I was checking inventory and only heard a bang. When I got there, the fire had been put out. I didn't know until after that. It was... Mr. Ho, when and where was the last time you saw Foreman Ting? I ran into him yesterday evening, right around here. It was almost payday, so I was busy verifying the account book. I went to double check workers' attendance with Foreman Ting. But when I met up with Foreman Ting, he still appeared absent-minded. He didn't respond when I called out to him. He walked into the office and locked himself inside. Everyone knows that he locks the door when he's worshipping the gods. When you saw him yesterday, was there anything else unusual about him? Nothing else, no. Oh, I do remember a small detail though. I don't know if it counts. When I ran into him yesterday, he was wearing a headcloth. I've never seen him wear one before. He doesn't usually wear a headcloth? He thinks it's stuffy, so he rarely wears one. In that heat I can understand. In the heat next to the heat of the furnace I can understand it making you feel stuffy. This detail deserves attention. I wrote it down, Shen. Oh, thank you for the testimony. Clean sofa and... okay. If you have anything else to ask me, I'll gladly tell you everything I know. I have no more questions right now. Thank you for your time. Yo, Lee. The incident is a serious matter. Is there anything you want to know, Mr. Shen? Just ask. We're doing the rounds of questions here. Mr. Deputy Administrator, please tell us more about Foreman Ting. Foreman Ting began working at this ironworks when it was founded. He learned chemistry and steelmaking and also spent time in the laboratory. For the past 6 months, he had been transferred to the factory floor to work as a foreman. Although he was sometimes tough and stubborn, always being keen on studying steelmaking. Recently, we imported the most advanced Siemens Martin furnace from Germany. He had been researching on a new method of open hearth steel making. I'm going to say smelting there. But he hadn't found the knack for it yet, and the quality of the last batch was less than ideal. The incident is a serious matter. Okay. Tell the ironworks operation itself. Mr. Lee, I heard there's something wrong with the quality of the steel rails. It's hard to explain. I heard that the hardest part of steel making is removing the phosphorus. Fragmentation easily appears in steel with high phosphorus content. Is this the type of problem you were facing? Seems like Afu knows the ropes. Indeed. Clear throat. Sorry. Due to some reasons, the high quality ores from Dai were transported to Japan. We only got lower grade ores. The Bessemer converter we originally had can't remove phosphorus effectively. So we spent a large sum of money to import the Siemens Martin furnace from Germany. It really takes the painstaking effort of everyone to make good steel. It's only natural that we treat industrial prosperity as our duty. The incident is a serious matter. Right, about the incident itself. Any more information about that? This is Deputy Administrator. Where were you when the incident occurred? I was busy entertaining a guest, so I wasn't on the furnace factory floor. When I got there, the fire had already been put out. Fortunately, no further damage was caused. Although the fire was put out, terrifying rumours began to spread. The workers refused to work. I hope that Mr. Shen's able to uncover the truth as soon as possible. The incident is a serious matter. I have no more questions right now. Thank you very much. Again, thank you very much for your time. Steam turbine. I like it. The roar of these machines is deafening. Shen, this is the sound of the industry's heartbeat. We picked up. Why did Mr. Lee make us cast 3 of these ingots? Shh, keep your mouth shut. Someone's coming. I missed a little thing there. There was something that popped up to look at. Are these ingots made from the furnace that Foreman Ting fell into? That's right. You gentlemen should stay away from this kind of unlucky thing. It'll be difficult to deal with later on if the molten steel cools down inside the ladle. Even so, we can't use these. The blood and bones of Foreman Ting are in here. Just thinking about it gives me the creeps. I mean, the human body is mainly composed of water and carbon. Its density is less than molten steel. This body wouldn't sink into the molten steel, but would float on the surface and flow into the tank. So, in essence, these are just ordinary steel ingots. Then, do you think his soul could be in these ingots? That one I don't know. Ah, Wu, keep your mouth shut. It's time to get back to work. But Master, I'm afraid the shrine will unleash its powers again. Please wait. Again? Awu just said again, which means the shrine in the office had unleashed its powers before. What shrine? You must be deaf and heard me wrong. Shen and I both heard you. You definitely said it just now. Misters, that shrine, it's taboo. We are entrusted by Mr. Deputy Administrator to investigate the case of the falling incident. If you don't cooperate, you might be convicted of obstruction of justice. Please don't be angry, mister. We'll talk. About a month ago, Awu and Foreman Ting had a little argument. Awu, young and candid, kicked the shrine and the statue fell. Said some words of disrespect. Then the shrine unleashed its powers? Well, yeah, there was smoke coming out of this shrine and there was a gunpowder smell in the air. My head started throbbing. I couldn't breathe, but I wanted to cough, so I almost fainted. Then what happened? Tink said that Awu had offended the god of fire, then he kicked everyone out of the room. That very night, Awu got sick and lost his voice. I had nightmares. Whenever I closed my eyes, I saw the statue staring at me. If the former hadn't begged the gods for forgiveness on Awu's behalf eventually, I'm afraid he wouldn't even be able to speak now. Could you... Mister, please forgive us, but we really can't say any more. Woo, we should get back to work. Eerie statues, okay. Let's have a quick check of these while we're in here, because we're going to try and do them as we're going along. Awu once kicked over the statue, causing the shrine to unleash its powers and make him fall ill. Shen, from the state of those two workers, they don't appear to be lying.
Huh?
Could it be that the shrine really unleashed its powers? Afu, do you know any gas that smells of gunpowder and could harm the respiratory tract? So you think there's something off about the smokes, Shen? The smell of gunpowder usually appears after a firecracker is set off. The firearms made in Hanyang are quite famous though. Afu, gunpowder doesn't cause a hoarseness of the voice, does it? Generally, it doesn't. Generally. Shen, how about I give the shrine a kick as well? There's no harm in trying. I'd prefer not to. What if there actually was a god? Okay, let's have a look at the headcloth thing as well. Shen, does wearing a headcloth even count as being suspicious? Wearing a headcloth in an ironworks not only prevents burns, but also reduces water loss. People do not make a change in habits lightly, not unless there is a particular reason. Okay, so we done in here. We can... Doors are locked, off limits to loiterers. We're going to have a look at that in a second. I think we'll have to go and talk to... I think we are actually done in here. We can go. I'm just going to go into the next area. Mr. Patrolman, why is this door locked? What does that have to do with you? Sir, we were entrusted by Deputy Administrator Lee to investigate the Foreman Ting case. Oh, so it's Mr. Detective. Then of course I'd have to help you out. However, this room's impure. What do you mean impure? Impure? Everyone knows deep down how Foreman Ting died. Beware the shrine in that room. We're not scared. Let's have a look. Thank you for your troubles, sir. Nothing at all. Mr. Patrolman, why didn't you open the doors yet? It really stresses me out how to have you open these doors. We need to complete investigations today, so we're short on time. Oh my, thinking about opening this door is making my head ache. Could I ask for your help? Just open the door. How can we help? I just heard a crisp, pleasant sound ring out from you two. Could you lend me a hand to refresh my memory? Something with a crisp and pleasant sound. Could he be asking for... Is he asking for a bribe? Is he asking for money? Afu handed over to him. Did he really just, like, swindle us out for a silver coin? This sound is so enlightening to me. Did he really did we just pay him to open the door? Absolute turd. We're coming back for you. Chen, although this is just an ordinary statue, after hearing all those rumors, looking at it gives me the chills. It's almost as if Grandpa Ganjiang and Grandma Mo are watching me. Who allowed you to come in here? Who just said that? Who do you think? Is that Grandma Yome? Moye? Young lady, please stop playing tricks. Oh, she's cute. She's very cute. Look at her. She's very cute. Even a little sprite thing here is very cute as well. Who's playing tricks? If you weren't trying to tease people, why are the lights off? I just finished investigating and was about to leave. You were the ones who came in unexpectedly. What's wrong? Were you scared, kiddo? No, I wasn't. You didn't scare me. Oh, really? Then who did you just call Grandma? Chen, let's begin investigating. Investigate? Investigate what? The falling incident this morning? Is she a reporter or is she another detective? Yep, Deputy Administrator Lee invited us here especially. I actually saw her earlier on in one of the earlier cutscenes. What? You promised to give me exclusive coverage. Which newspaper do you work for? Oh, she is a journalist. Miss, this is a misunderstanding. I am Shen Chungping, a detective. This is my assistant, Fu. Oh, so you're detectives. I'm Wen Koshien, a journalist for the Shanghai News. However, I don't think there's any chance for Mr. Detective to show off in this case anymore.
Huh?
What do you mean? Thank you, Fu. I was going to say that. What do you mean? I'm just about to uncover the truth. Even the headline for tomorrow's paper's drawn up. Exclusive coverage. The whole story of the falling incident at the Hanyang Ironworks. In that case, would you be willing to share the clues that you possess, Miss Wen? It's fine if you want our information, but you'll have to go to offer something useful to me in return. I'm an expert in science and Shen's skilled in deduction. Is this enough? Physics is useful to supply some theoretical knowledge from my articles. You can start asking me questions now. Okay, about you. Tell me about yourself. Miss Wen, why are you here in the ironworks? Well, the ironworks just won orders from the Jingtai Railway and the Canton Hankow Railway. However, its products were said to have quality problems. It's at the centre of a storm. A journalist's intuition tells me that there's an opening for a story here. Not bad. Former glory gone, Hanyang Ironworks endures hardship. A news report like this. The title alone already sounds interesting. Yeah, I was halfway done with my draft when this happened. So now you're planning to write about Foreman Ting's falling incident? I'm sorry for what happened, but this is definitely a better story. Oop, I misclicked. Dang it. Okay. I'll skip through a minor little cut there. I'll skip through that entire conversation again. So we're back at the menu again. About the incident. What were you doing at the time of the incident, Mr. Wen? I was originally planning to take some photos of the factory floor this morning. When I got to the factory floor, I ran into Mr. Lee. He wanted to show me the new metal mixer. It wasn't long after we left the factory floor that we heard an explosion, and we hurried back. Miss Wen, did you arrange the rope barrier at the site of the incident? That's right. If the site is damaged in any way, then the news report might be inaccurate. This measure was immensely helpful to the investigation. Is she gonna join us on other cases now? Are we gonna become friends and she's gonna follow us around and do like reports on the cases that we're looking into? That would actually be kind of cool. Well, of course. I'm a senior reporter. Alright, about the truth. Tell me about the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Miss Wen, what's the truth that you discovered? You want me to just give me the answers? You'll know soon enough. It's getting late. Still need to go to the metal casting platform to get my camera. Excuse me. Don't forget our promise. Shen, let's start investigating the site as well. We can't lose to Miss Wen. It's not a competition, it's only about the truth, not about winning or losing. I still don't like seeing her so pleased with herself. Right, so that's the door back. Okay, we can just leave and come back in whenever we want. Right, so let's have a look at the shrine for sure. The shrine is dedicated to the statue of Gangjiang and Mo Ye. The shrine is made of rosewood and also holds an incense burner and 2 candlesticks. A copper incense burner with 3 sticks of incense placed vertically. I'm receiving a text message as well. I'm just going to leave that for now. Desktop. The desk is clean, but the inkstone is covered with dust. Hasn't been used in a long time. Blueprints of the imported furnace are under the paperweight, also documents in foreign languages. These papers are covered in handwritten notes. Seems like Foreman Ting put in a lot of work. Could a craftsman who studies technology and reads foreign documents be superstitious? That's hard to say. My old Mr. Newton was a devout follower of the theology in his old age. We should record the condition of the desk first. On the desk lamp, paperweight, drawings, pen holder, inkstone and other items, dust on the inkstone. And a wall clock. Shen, there's a Western wall clock here. The engravings say that this was a gift from the Wuhan Chamber of Commerce for water transport. Code of practice. Okay. I can't read that, just so you know. Code of practice. Rule number 1, leaving without permission. During work hours are prohibited. Rule 2, name badges must be hung on the board during working hours. Rule 3, all of the materials used in production shall be managed by the foreman. Rule 4, those who are absent from work will be fined 7 days in wages. Damn, that's crazy. Can you imagine having a day off sick and losing 7 days pay? That's madness.
Huh?
If you've also, okay, that's the other thing. I didn't even think of that. If you've got to hang your name badge, they would count as skipping work. That's so strict. And a board of name badges. Here's a board made of copper with several rows of hooks on it. Looks like workers need to hang their name badges on this board when they're on duty. Why though? What's the point of having a name badge on if you're not at work? Like, when I'm not at work, I don't have my name badge on. Bizarre. Seems a little bit backwards. Detail drawing Hanyang works steelworks. Shit, this is the floor plan for the factory floor. The map looks quite new. It's probably put up not long ago. A working drawing of the open hearth furnace is pasted right beside it. Okay, is that gonna come? That's gonna come in handy at some point. Shen, Miss Wen mentioned going to the metal casting platform to get her camera back. Could it be that she caught something shocking on the camera? I need to go to the metal casting platform to speak with those who witnessed the incident. Office door. Shen, the dock is right outside these doors. We will go out after we finish investigating this case. Okay, so we're done in here. Walk on code of practice, yes. We've all got ticks. So let's go back down here. We're going to head to the platform. Shen, we'll reach the metal casting platform if we go up from here. So that's on the south part. That's the opposite side. Okay. Oh, we've got more. We can have a chat with these Scorch camera. They're the two we saw before, aren't they? Huh. There's a camera over here. It probably belongs to Miss Wen. It's completely burned. What a waste of a good camera. Old Chow, yeah. Why do people keep coming up here? I just shoot away a woman and now two more guys show up. It's time for us to start casting ingots. Go back down right now. Boo, it's the detectives. Yeah, I have to speak more politely. Huh. Isn't that Awu and his master? My apologies for disturbing you both. I still have a few more questions to ask. You're too kind, mister. Just call me Old Chow. If there's anything you'd like to know, but definitely cooperate with you. Right, about Foreman Ting and about the incident. That's what we need to know. What do the two of you think of Foreman Ting? We don't have any particular thoughts about the foreman. He got what he deserved. There's nothing more to say about it. I don't know if that's a male or a female. I'm reading it like it's a female. I'm not entirely sure a female will be allowed to work in this time period. I think they'd be allowed to work in here. It seems that the two of you don't like Foreman Ting very much. From his point of view, anything anyone else did was always wrong. He just didn't like us. There's no fault in the foreman having strict with demands. Everyone did instead, but the last batch of steel rails still got screwed up, didn't it? You're just picking holes. If there's anything you'd like to know, we'll definitely help. About the incident. Were you two the ones who witnessed the process of Foreman Ting's falling incident this morning? Yes. If I could trouble you two to please tell me what you saw and heard at that time. This was the first trial production since the furnace was shut down and renovated. Just when we began casting, Awu suddenly said, "The foreman's watching us." And there he was, standing next to the outlet. Molten steel was coming out, yet he didn't mind the heat. Are you sure the person you saw at the time was Foreman Ting? I'm sure. He was leaning on the railing at the time. He looked spiritless and he kept staring downwards. You did not know it was Foreman Ting before this moment? No, he just appeared there out of the blue. The railings are super hot when molten steel is pouring out, but he didn't care at all. If he wasn't possessed by something, then what? Old Chow, you said earlier that when you saw Foreman Ting, molten steel was coming out. Did you see Foreman Ting or anyone else open the molten steel outlet shutter? He was on the wrong side. Nope. When we began casting, both molten steel outlets closed. I remember clearly. I don't know who did it. It wasn't time to open the shutter yet. Was it covered with... It looks like it was covered, like hidden by that. Because that's where the lever is. I don't know who did it. It wasn't the time to open the shutter yet. And then I just watched as the railing that he was leaning on disappeared. Disappeared? You mean the railing broke off and fell into the molten steel along with him? No, it disappeared. It just vanished into thin air. I was watching the entire time. I didn't see anything else fall in. Old Chow, did you also see the railing suddenly disappear? I didn't see it as vividly as Awu did, but the foreman was indeed leaning against the railing, and then he suddenly fell into the ladle. Then it exploded, and fire was everywhere. When I looked again, he was no longer there, and there was no railing either. Did you notice anything unusual about him this morning? He was wearing a headcloth that he usually doesn't wear. Nothing else. Yeah, I saw it too. Gentlemen, we're about to start casting soon. Just go back down already. Don't be in our way. Oh, the ladle's coming this way. Oh, I was going to say the ticket in turns. I was wondering why there was two of them. But why does it take two? It's too dangerous to say, sir. My apologies, but to make ourselves scarce. Can we take the camera with us? Because the camera's technically in the way as well. Mr. Shen, Mr. Lee is waiting for you in the office. He said that progress has been made in the case, so he's asking to meet up with you, Mr. Shen. I have already finished the investigations. Time to discuss with Mr. Deputy Administrator. Before we jump in there, let's have a quick look at this. The victim appeared out of thin air. Shen, things seem to be getting stranger and stranger. We still haven't figured out how Foreman Ting appeared out of thin air. Two more oddities, the disappearance of the railing and the sudden opening of the shutter. Even if Foreman Ting was available to avoid Old Lee, it would be quite difficult for him to be unseen by Old Chow and Awu. How exactly could this have been achieved? Judging from the previous investigation, Foreman Ting was obsessed with steelmaking technology. Then again, all oddities related to the shrine also indicate that he was worshipping a statue. Maybe he was just too focused on achieving success. That's why he decided to go to extremes. Or perhaps the statue holds a different meaning for him. Okay. Alright. I think this is going to go... These deductions are going to go on for a long time. So, I think I might leave. We're going to go maybe later. Right. Oh, hold on. I've been using the keyboard this entire time. I didn't realise it was point and click. We can click and drag. Like click and you run there. It still feels odd to do that. We're going to probably continue using the keyboard while we're, you know, Or that's what it told us, just A and D for moving around. Anyway, I think we're going to leave that here for this week, because I think the deductions are going to last a little bit of while. It's going to push me over. Looking at the time, it's going to push right over the time period, and I kind of don't want to have to cut the deductions halfway through, like to reach the time limit. So I'm going to go big me real quick. Hi. It's a bit of an intriguing case because I don't really have any theories how it could have happened. Sometimes you can pick up like how it happened, like the order of events and everything like that, and what, like, have a somewhat of a theory about what was going on. And I'm not 100% sure. I've got a very, very thin one that may be about him appearing out of thin air. I'm thinking maybe he was moving or being moved along the, like, hidden behind the, like, the ladle thing. You know, hidden behind the ladle when it's been, like, transported across. So obviously if you hide behind it, then you can't see, obviously their view across the way is blocked. That's the only thing, but I don't know whether he did that on his own, on purpose, or whether he was deceased before he suddenly appeared at the railing. You know what I mean? That could also be a possibility, that he was already dead and he was then transported behind the thing just by the killer in order to dispose of the body. Because again, when he suddenly appeared, the bar thing was raised, and that was hidden behind the ladle as well. I'm not entirely sure. That's weird. Its minor theory is very loose at the minute. Hopefully the deductions may point us in the right direction. Although we are going to do that next time. So please, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please let me know in the comment section below. If you are new here, feel free to come hang out, come check out some other stuff that we have going on. We would love to have you here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you again for all the support you've given me. It is always appreciated. If you want to go above and beyond though, you can opt into the membership scheme. And if you get a tier 2, you get early access to videos and your name up on the wall. Get tier 1, you get your name up on the wall as same as well. As I always say, memberships are always appreciated but never expected. So you do with that information what you will. Also, please remember to be a light in the dark for someone. You never know when a single act or word of kindness will change or could change someone's day or life for the better, or in ways that you may never understand. Genuinely, sometimes that's all it takes. Just being nice to someone can change someone's day. Genuinely. I love you up from the bottom of my heart, and you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And as always, see you on the flip side. Bye bye.